Hey there, brilliant people. So, of course, most of the time I'm talking about intuition and how brilliant it is and how it helps you achieve your brilliance and all of these great things. But today I'm actually going to sort of take a little bit of a look on the shadow side of things and talk about, well, what is the problem with intuition? Because there is a problem with intuition. So, because intuition is all about learning to navigate your future and creating a more expansive, abundant future for yourself, learning how to have all of these co-created, potentials realized, like it's wonderful, like it sounds wonderful, right? So what's the problem? Well, there's a great quote from Dave Logan. And he says that when you try to change the world, when you try to change the future, the world will fight back. And yeah, that's the problem. Now, of course, the logic of intuition, which I talk about in my book, The Soul's Brain, the logic of your intuition, it's a systems logic, which basically means it's a logic of, okay, we've got this outcome or this purpose that we're after, and we just need to keep correcting towards that. But essentially, this is what a system does. A system has an endpoint or an output that it just wants to keep bringing everything back to. It's kind of like a thermostat. Whatever temperature you set your thermostat at, the system will keep bringing the temperature in the room back to that temperature. So if we think of the world that we're living in as a system, well, it too will try to keep bringing things back to whatever that system was created for in the first place. And yeah, so unfortunately, we're still living, we're still dealing with a system or a society that has really been set up to, ensure that there are certain, hierarchies of power, hierarchies of finance, hierarchies of opportunity. And because of that, when we try to change that, because we understand that if everybody gets to express their brilliance, the world is just going to be just amazing. Well, that's not the system that we have currently, unfortunately. So that does mean that there is going to be some resistance. But when we start to think about it from a systems point of view, not only does that mean that we can understand kind of why the world is fighting back without having to buy into any conspiracies or whatever. I mean, yeah, that's a whole different argument, I suppose. But we don't really need to actually believe in conspiracies to understand that those systems of, what I mentioned before, abundance and finance and opportunity and power, whatever, the system just keeps trying to reset back to that. That's what a system does. And yeah, we could get depressed about that. But fortunately, systems thinking teaches us also how to change systems. And I'm going to talk about that in a future video. So I'll hope you'll join me for that. And but regardless of what the world system is doing, you can work on your own system so that your system learns how to maintain your own brilliance. So do that, and until next time, remember that you're brilliant.